One, start. Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to the Envision training. Before we go further, let me just read some disclaimers. This session is being recorded for assessment purposes. My course is Open Colleges. This recording will be live streamed through Open Colleges online learning platform to the Open Colleges learning management system. These sessions may be used by Open Colleges for compliance purposes or within the course to demonstrate examples of best practices. This video may be available publicly. This applies to the time the video is being streamed. After the recording, the video will be stored securely and will become the property of Open Colleges. If you do not wish to be recorded, you will need to leave the session now. And a few of the other things to note. Toilets are outside there, exit the door and on your right. And same as the fire exits, there's stairs and there's lifts. And the meeting point is outside this building. And in terms of the OHS and WHS principles and things, so before this session, I've checked the room that all the wires are in the proper places and there's no wire that can entangle anyone. So so the risks are in the wires, but they're all accounted for. Okay, so let's start then. So I'll start by asking each one of you to briefly introduce yourself. So we have Mayuri. Yeah, that'll do. And we have Mahan.
Hello.
And we have Alex as well.
Hi.
Okay. All right, Mayuri, maybe we start with yourself. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself, your educational background, and so forth?
I studied a bachelor's in business back in India.
Mm-hmm.
I came here to study my master's in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a master's in enterprise resource planning systems and MBA. But I don't have any technical background of using any kind of software, so this is quite new to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, good. Thank you. And Mahan, the next.
Yeah, I've got a master's degree in telecommunication and I've been working in industry for the last 10 years. I'm also doing a PhD and so I use different analytic software for analyzing data, like Microsoft Excel.
Okay, good. That's good. And Alex?
Yeah, so my name is Alex Quirk. I have a master's degree in aerospace engineering from the UK. With 6 years experience with engineering design with Altair product design in the UK, and now look after the HyperWorks business Australia and New Zealand.
Okay, good. Thanks for the introduction, everyone. Okay, so we go to the program now. And first I'll just show you the slide about the learning outcomes. So I'll just read this out first for the video. So firstly, we'll be discussing what is Envision, which is the product for this training today. And then we'll talk about the data source, where we get the data from. And then I'll show you some graphs and also show you the feature of exporting and sharing the work that you've done in Envision. So let me just start by asking everyone here, what kind of BI tools or data analytics tools that you have used? So Mayuri, we'll start with you first.
None so far, but does Salesforce fall under?
Yes, I think Salesforce. Yeah, so Salesforce is one of the analytical tools.
But I'm just a beginner in Salesforce as well. So.
Okay, that's all right. Good, thanks. And Mahan?
I mainly use Excel, Microsoft Excel, and sometimes MATLAB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Excel is a very popular one, and we'll see how Envision compares.
Yeah.
Okay, and Alex?
Yeah, same. I've used Excel a lot, and to a lesser extent Salesforce as well.
Okay, good. All right, that's very good. And with Envision, there's also a plugin for Salesforce. So if you have the time, you can try that out later on. Okay, so in terms of data sources, in your work, in your current or previous work, like where do your data sources come from? I think you've mentioned Excel, but where do those actual data come from? were they like sort of prepared by you or prepared by someone else or coming from another source of software or something?
Yeah, generally it will come from the customer,
Okay.
either in text format, Excel format,
Okay.
they decide to is most computing.
Okay. So, and Mohan?
Sometimes for technical works, sometimes from measurements,
Right.
but mainly from those their data that we gather from actual measurement and
Okay.
experimental activities.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And Mayuri?
I think it's from me,
Uh-huh.
because I don't have data of past few years which we need to get sometimes. It's from
Right.
overseas,
Right.
from Altair overseas, but
Okay.
mostly I think is what the customer sends, and then we maintain that sheet manually for our
Okay.
and Salesforce data entry.
Right, right. So the ones that customers send are in text format or CSV or
Text format.
text format. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. So we can look at how to import CSV files from Envision
Okay.
soon. Okay, and in terms of graphs, like visualization of your data, what have you all been using? Like even in Excel, what kind of charts do you typically use or find most useful to show this data?
I use mainly scatter plots or
Okay,
line graphs usually, or bar charts.
okay, okay,
Yeah, that's the same for me. Mainly XY scatter in Excel
okay.
and sometimes bar.
Sure, sure. And really?
Having to use basic data. I don't the basic data that I see on Excel.
Right.
I don't have the need to go and do
Okay.
it.
So basically, table form. You
Yeah,
look at table, just the numbers directly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So we can look at some of that through Envision as well. Okay, in terms of sharing your work, so once you have done with your analysis, how do you share it? Like give it to your colleagues or your supervisors? Yeah, what kind of mechanism do you use to share it?
Email.
Okay, okay, should I email it?
Yeah, sometimes mainly emailing, but sometimes it's like a technical reports.
Okay, alright, that's good. And what you
Same.
Same. Okay, email. Good. It's popular choice. Right. So alright. So we've covered the what we're going to show here with Envision, and so I'll maybe go to the demonstration now. Okay. So let me just switch the screen to the large screen so everyone can see. Alright. I'm going to start from a blank chart. Let's see. And so I'm clicking on the new page. Alright, so with Envision, so once you log in, you actually see this is one of the typical views of Envision. Before I go to the chart, I'll show you how to actually import the data source. So I've got a list of data here which I already imported, but just imagine you've got some new data. All you need is to click on this add, and then you've got a different variety of data sources. So CSV is a typical one. So from Excel, like many of you mentioned, your data come in Excel, so you can choose this option. And Alex, you mentioned that the customer may give you the CSV file in all sorts of format, but so if that is the case with Envision, you may need to clean it up a bit. So like to have the columns are maybe purely numeric or something, and then maybe you have the first line as a header. So yeah, so that makes it easy for Envision to actually analyze that. The other types of data source that Envision has is you can connect with data engine directly. So these are your databases. So your popular databases are there, like Oracle, MySQL, and so forth. And MonadDB is the new type of database. It's called the NoSQL, no, it's the big data and so on. So it also supports that one. Same with Redshift, Spark is another of the Hadoop big data kind of engine, so it supports those. You can also connect to Google Drive, so if you've got data in your Google Drive accounts, you can do that. Yeah, so you just need to log in. OneDrive is the Microsoft, similar to the Google's Drive, but it's by Microsoft. And then the more traditional database is found here. So typically when you connect to a database, these are the fields that you see. So that's for the traditional database. And we have Salesforce as well, so maybe you can try the log into Salesforce later, but it needs a security token, so we may need to find that later. So once all the data has been loaded, if you click on any of the data source, it will actually dynamically change over here. So these are the fields or the column names of your data. So imagine it's an Excel table. So this will be a column names automatically populated. I'll just click back onto this retail revenue, and you can see that it changes. And if you click on any of them, so the city 14 means there's 14 different values. So in your whole table, you can have thousands of lines of data, but for the city column, you may have 14 cities only, 14 unique cities. And it actually, so the 14 is the number of unique cities, and then all the cities listed here are the counts, like how many cities are for Albany, how many at Dallas, and how many at Detroit, and so on. So it does this automatically for you. And also, you see this little shading here. So it shows you the frequency. So at a glance, you know what is the most frequent sort of data. Like in Excel, you can do the same thing, but you have to right-click and then you have to show I forgot what it's called, but you can have the bar highlighted, so it is there here in Envision automatically. So Envision also recognizes the type of data. Like sometimes you have got this line here, meaning it's a string data set, and then sometimes you've got this hash here, which is looks like it's a numerical data set. You can change the type of data set, like the format, so you can change the format. If you are sure what format it is, then you can change it like to date or something. Okay, and okay, let's do some graphing here. Alright, so this is a blank canvas, so this is a new page. So if you want to do a graph, all you need to do is just select the graph from here. So let's do a bar graph to start from. So once you click on which graphs that you want, Envision automatically gives you a few hints to what could be your independent axis or variable. So you can choose product model, and then once you have selected that, it will automatically ask you what would be your y-axis or your dependent variable. Okay, so you can choose gross sales. So right now, before you choose the picture, the diagram is in a shaded, but once you selected it, and Envision has got the proper data set, it'll have the proper colors. Right, so there you go. And then in the settings area, sorry, go back to filters. Okay, I think every part of the chart here, if you click on it, you are able to change some of its properties. So you don't have to go to the site here to make the changes. And then the most important thing about charting is to decide what sort of variables or parameters you want to have in your x and y axis. So it's all done here. So you've got the x-axis, and then the measures represent the y-axis. But one of the most powerful capability is the filtering. So if you look at browse dimensions on your right here, you can filter the data according to another set of variable. So for example, in this case, let's choose, so we've got a product model. Let's choose industry. Okay, so you filter across industry. So you drag the industry to the browse dimension. Right. So by default, it shows the data for all 4 industry. But when you click on the industry, it splits it into the unique industries itself. And you can select, if you select just one of them, so the graph will change because it means that you are filtering to see that particular industry only. Okay, so it's a very powerful filtering feature just with a few clicks rather than have to manipulate the data or something. Okay, so yeah. And alright, so that's the basic graph plotting. So I think we need to move on in the interest of time. So I think the last thing that I'd like to show you would be the how you share this graph. So once you finish your work, so if you go on the right navigation panel, click on settings on top there, you see a little share item here. So if you click on it, or if you click on the edit, click on the little pad here next to arrow, yeah. Then this dialog comes up. Then all you need to do is you can add your colleague's email name or their work group, and your data set and your work will be shared with them. And similarly, you can restrict what type of data they see through the access control list. Okay, so that's the quick sort of demonstration. And now perhaps I'll ask each of you to do a similar thing in front of your computer. Or actually, seen some of you have been doing it while I was speaking here, and you have actually been following my steps. So that's very good indeed, especially in the interest of time. So you've done a lot of that now. Maybe it's a good time now for me to just throw open to all of you to see if you've got any questions, anything that we need to go over.
So to share a report this way,
Yep.
the person who want to share it with, they have to have an Envision account.
Correct. So if you want to share it so that they can access it through Envision, yes, but you can also export the report. So it could be a PDF format and so on. So let's try to do the exporting. Let's see. So now you're on a certain page. So if you click on this little icon there on your top right near the home button, you'll see the ability to export. You can export the page itself into PDF or PowerPoint, or you can export the whole report. So a report consists of multiple pages, and yes, you can keep on adding different pages, or you can generate a new report once you've done it. Yeah. You can also embed links. If you look at the same little icon, there's embed links. So that means you can get the link, and then you can share that link on a web page. So you can actually see the view of your charts and reports. And maybe I should throw open the question now to see what are the other graphs that you'd like to see. Like apart from the bar graph, should we try a line graph that some of you mentioned just now? So let's make this into a dashboard. So if you look at the main page here, there are little items here, icons here, and if you click on them, it actually splits the page into different sort of sections, and then you are ready to plot the new graph. And to select a different kind of graph, there's this other little chart icon on top here, and then you can select maybe line graph. So it's here, and then you can select from the list of variables here. Maybe you go for report dates as the x-axis, and for the y-axis we go for the gross sales. Okay. Okay, I see that you have done that. Any questions from there?
Is the type of graph dependent on the type of data?
Yes. So you've got a data set, typically many different variables or columns. So different graphs will allow you to plot things in a different way. Like imagine a pie chart, for example. So pie chart is usually a two-dimension chart. So you only have limited items to plot. So essentially you've got two dimensions to plot. One is how you want to split the chart, and then the second dimension is the values, how frequent that value occurs. Okay, so yeah, so you're correct. So in data analysis, the important thing is to think about the data set and what you actually want to see from it. That's the most difficult part of data analytics. It's not the capability of the software, but what people actually want out of their data to tell a story with the data sets. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. Any other questions, Mayuri?
In the interest of telling stories, I always put a trend line.
Trend line.
Through the graph.
Okay. I haven't come across that myself. Actually, we can explore that. That's a good question. I'll note that down. Yeah, that's a very good question. Okay. I think we're just a bit over time, so that's good. So, any last minute questions before we wrap this up? No? Okay, that's good. So thanks very much, everyone. Thank you. Let me just stop this.